Well, good morning. How are you all this morning? Welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I am Steve Smith. What should you be buying in the next few months? We're going to talk about that today. There are a few things specifically that you should think about buying, stocking up on, investing in, things like that. You know, there's a time to buy things and a time to wait. And so much of the proper use of our resources, money, time, whatever, comes right down to that, making the right decisions on what to do when. Because, sometimes there's a thing you might want to do, but it's just not right. And waiting is going to get you a lot better deal. Before we get into that, I want to remind you that this and all of my videos are brought to you by the Stonemont series, my books, the complete collection of novels, The Reversion, The Revival, The Renewal, An Appeal to Heaven, The Blessings of Freedoms and Hostages to Fortune, the complete guide, I say, to preparing for, surviving, and rebuilding after a total collapse of everything. People around the world have been learning from these books since 2017. Yeah, I'm working on number 7 right now. And if you haven't read them, I'd suggest this might be the next thing you want to do if you're serious about preparedness. Plus, you'll enjoy the story. It's a great story. It's about people. It's about relationships, good people, bad people, community, all sorts of things. You'll like it. If for those of you who are with us on the Patreon channel, I want to let you know that what I've put up over there in the last few days. If you're not with us on Patreon, we welcome you to come over. The link's down below. I put a lot of stuff over there that I don't put on YouTube. And in the last few days, I've put up parts 31 and 32 of the Audible, my reading of The Reversion, the first book. That's what we're doing over there on the Stonemont level. I'm going through and reading, read by the author of the entire series. That's on the Stonemont level. So I've put up parts 31 and 32 of The Reversion. I've also put up the first 3 parts of the new self-defense series that I'm putting up over there. I put up, and I'm also putting in another series on health and fitness, health, wellness, and fitness, and that's so important when it comes to preparing, whether it's nowadays or whether it's after SHTF. So I've put up one about post SHTF meds. Some questions answered about the carnivore diet. I've shared that I've lost about 35 pounds over the last couple of months on the carnivore diet. I'm a big believer in that. Some of you may be familiar with that. If you're not, look into it. It's going to be good for you. Also, I put up an article over there about the World Economic Forum taking over former U.S. military bases in Panama, and how they are now aerosolizing the you know what that they want all of us to have inside of us, right? Okay, so that's over on the Patreon. For the books, you guys, you can get the books either through Amazon or through our website, stonemont.us. The links are down below, and the link to the Patreon channel is down below too. So join us over there. We'd love to have you. We cover a lot more over there than we do on YouTube. Okay, so now what should you be buying? The fall is a great time to buy certain things. The first is food. I'll just start with that. My local supermarket that we do most of our shopping for just last week had specials on a number of things. Canned vegetables, green beans, and corn, they had them on sale for 3 for $1. That's 33 cents a can. You can't get much better than that. The cheapest that I've ever bought canned goods, I think, in the last 10-15 years has been 29 cents a can, and very often they're 39 cents on the sale. I mean, these are canned goods that normally are upwards of $1, and we all know the food inflation that's been hitting over the last couple of years. So when you can get things like this, jump on them. Eggs were 99 cents a dozen. Now, eggs aren't something that you term store long term. But when you can get them, remember when eggs were up around $4 a dozen, and everybody said they're never going to get cheaper? See, this is why having a realistic outlook and a sense of history and some patience is important. When eggs were $4 and something cents a dozen, I didn't buy any eggs, because I knew they were going to come down. Don't believe the people who want to scare you to death about whatever's coming down the road. Eggs are down now. I mean, the normal price now at Aldi is $1.32, something like that, but our supermarket had them on sale for 99 cents a dozen, and it's not the first time that they've had them on sale for 99 cents a dozen. These things go in ebbs and flows. They had the Campbell chunky, I forget what it's called exactly, chunky soup. I should have had them out here to use as a visual, but all know what I'm talking about. It's the Campbell equivalent of Progresso. They had those on sale for 99 cents. I mean, usually those go for $2.50 a piece. Now, some of these, they of course have limits on, 2 or 6 or something like that. Well, that's why you make multiple trips to the store, and it's worth it, right? Or you take the whole tribe with you. I take Kelly and all the kids, and we go down there and we each get the limit. And as a result, we kind of refill. We use this time of year to refill what we've used, if we haven't refilled totally during the year in our stockpile. Now, why is this going on? This happens every fall. And it's not, so that sale was on last week. It's something different on this week. Ground beef for $2.98 a pound. Okay, so we stock up on that. Stock up on what's on sale. But this happens every year in the fall as we're coming towards because here's the holidays coming, as we're coming towards Thanksgiving and Christmas. They're going to put these things on sale that people want. It's a way to get people into the store, so hopefully they'll buy other things. They're called loss leaders. But these are the times that you buy these things and stock up for the whole year. I've said before that when these things go on sale and some people go down there and they buy a dozen cans and they think that they did a good deal. Well, I buy 300-400 cans. So, just that's something to think about. The other things, you think about the things that people use in their holiday meals. These are the things that are going to be on sale to draw people in. You're going to have, gravy on sale and more soups on sale and the vegetables on sale. All of these things that go into, you think about Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner, these things are going to be on sale, plus others. This is the time to get down. This is also why, I always pound the drum of you need to have bucks as your fourth B. Beans, bullets, Band-Aids, and bucks. I just started saying that the other day. But money is important. This is why you stock your money. This is why you always have a comfortable cushion of cash or available cash. So when these things come along, you can go out there and say, okay, man, I'm going to make the best use of it. Good use of a sale is buying some. Best use of a sale is buying a lot. Now, the other thing that you should be thinking about buying in the next few months are guns and ammo. Why? Because this time of year, most of the gun shops, and I'll be honest, I mainly keep up to date with Kentucky Gun. I like them. I've bought a lot of guns through them. They've always been great. I buy them online and have them shipped to a dealer here locally, and they always have great sales. As we're coming into the holidays, they're going to start having holiday sales, and then they're going to have tax day sales. They're going to have a lot of sales. Okay. Now, they may not be exactly what you're looking for, although many times they are. When they have, like I just noticed the other day, they have a great deal on Emperor shotguns. I think it is. They're Turkish made, but they're good. I bought a bunch of them. I think they're $132 a piece for 12 gauge, and I've bought, well, I won't tell you how many, but I've bought a lot. last year of those shotguns, both in 20 and 12 gauge, for a couple of reasons. Because I like to have redundancy. I believe in it. Guns are one of the best investments that you can make. They're going to go up over a long period of time. Now I'm going to say something about panic buying on here in a minute. But and then another thing is, of course, because I need them for my shooting school. I do teach firearms training. I don't put it out there, I don't advertise it, but I do teach firearms training for people that I know, or people who recommend them, and I don't put together big classes and things like that. So this is not an advertisement for that. I have more than I can handle right now, so I'm not looking for new business. But I bought a bunch of them. So check Kentucky Gun every week. See what's on week. There may be things that you don't want. For instance, they have something going on right now. The Kel-Tec, the fold down 9mm carbine. It's $347, something like that, with $100 Kel-Tec rebate. I mean, that brings it down to $250, something like that. You can't get much better than that. So they will have sales on different things. Now, there are other companies that do this. Classic Firearms sometimes does it. Over on the Patreon channel, I'll give another plug for the Patreon channel here. Triple G very often puts up notices in the member posts area. And by the way, if you're with us on Patreon, or if you're going to join us on Patreon, make sure that you check the member posts section. We just have an exceptional group of people with a very wide and deep knowledge base that post a lot of information in there, in addition to all the stuff that I post. And they're there to help. They are there to help each other and put things out that they want to make sure everybody knows. And Triple G and some others put up links when there is an excellent sale on firearms at different retailers. So make sure that you check that. The fall is a great time. I think a lot of us, we look forward to the fall. We've gotten through the long hot summer. The gardening, the summer gardening, spring summer gardening is coming to an end. I'm looking out there right now and I see some just bright red tomatoes. At the end of the season, the tomatoes get that real dark, I tell you, there's nothing better than an end of season vine ripened tomato. And I see some out there that need to be picked. We got to get to our apples today. Got to pick a bunch of apples. Going to make some applesauce, and the pears are towards the end. So we'll be out doing that, along with a lot of other things that I need to do. But the fall is a time that we always look forward to, and it's the harvest time. It's the transitional time. It's coming into the holidays. The celebration of the harvest and God's blessings to us. And then coming into that kind of dormant time of the winter, during which we can really see whether we have prepared as much as we, needed to. That's the big test. The fall is all. I'll be talking about this more on a separate one. But the winter time is a very dangerous time too. We've talked. My books are about a CME, but if we are thinking about a takedown of our grid, be it cyber attack or EMP or whatever like that, the time that they would, if I were going to, the time that an enemy would take that down would be at the beginning of winter. It's tough to stay warm and stay fed during a winter if you don't have power and you haven't prepared for it. So that's a whole different video there. But we're coming towards that time, and this is the time in the fall to where we need to take a good close look at, have we tightened up as much as we want to? Are we as prepared as we would like to be? If all of a sudden, as those temperatures start to drop, the power goes off, everything goes down, what kind of shape are you going to be in? Okay, so think about that. Watch your sales on both food and firearms. Remember, check out the Stonemont series. The links are down below. You can get them from Amazon, but if you want to get them from me, I get to sign them for you. And I love doing that because I love my relationship with my readers. There's a place on the order form that says, would you like Steve to sign something for you? And you just tell me. I'm happy to do it. I'd love to do it. I just got orders from one of our people. He has ordered the 6th and 7th entire set of the books to give. He orders entire sets and sends them to friends. It's a wonderful gift to help people know exactly what they ought to be doing to prepare. So I'm going to get out and start doing my early fall Sunday stuff. You all have a good day. By the way, Stonemont mugs are over there on the website too. The books, the mugs, the t-shirts, and you all have a great day. Keep these things in mind. Keep your eye on the sales. Stock up as much as you can. And remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. You're going to live tomorrow exactly how you have prepared to live. So do it well. Make sure that, because preparing well doesn't just prepare you to live well when everything collapses. It helps you live better now. So you all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.